like it's like I'm sorry, that's just not me.
Right.
It's the same reason why I don't like the Redskins. Not, I could have chosen anything. I could have chosen anything else, but I chose to say that.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. The football team? Are you talking about
I'm talking about the football team, but it sounds like, oh, I hate Native Americans.
Not even.
I didn't even say, like, that's why I hate the Carolina Panthers. Like, if you hate the team, you hate the team. Like, that's the thing. It's
Right.
like, you hate it. You like every person's his fucking individual thing. And it's like, that's the thing. When you're mass pushing something, I'm not even talking about the government. I'm just talking about everything. Like, the mass push of whatever it could be is just fucking annoying to me. It's like, just let people live their fucking lives how they want to be.
It is. I mean, just like this guy just annoys me.
Just do one. It's gonna get it gets so hot so fast.
You just shut your whore mouth.
Okay, you're sitting there? Like I meant, like how far back?
What's
are
my
you
other
sitting?
choice?
What, like how far back are you sitting?
That's where I'm allowed.
That's all you get.
That's all I got.
Okay, I could just have to sit back more then.
I look like a fucking behemoth. I look like a behemoth.
No, you don't.
Right now, just sitting here eating this chupa. I wish it was.
That's true. Look at the size difference between me and you, though. God, I fucking feel stuck. Look at the size. Look at us. I'm like it looks like you know when they film like Lord of the Rings and they have to get like Ian McKellen, like he's a lot closer to the camera and like the hobbits are back just like to make it look. We're not doing that here. I'm not like closer to the screen to make it look like that. I am right next to you, the same depth, and look at the difference.
I'm a woman.
You're a woman. Okay.
You're a dude.
I know, but I'm a big dude. Okay. Here, I have a trash can here.
Oh, you do?
Huh?
You do have a trash can?
Not
Where?
there, right here. Right there. These are all. Oh, I guess this is empty.
Then why get more bottles out if you're not done with them?
Huh?
Why get more bottles out if you're not done with
I
them?
know. I just like to have because the thing is
Do
like
bottle flip challenges?
I drink them quick, and then I like to have more sitting there because one's not enough for me. But when I'm thirsty, I need a drink. I drink like a bottle and a half. I'm like a fucking giraffe. Oh no, what is that? Yeah, giraffes, right?
Camel?
Camel. That's the one. All right.
Imagine if you had to eat our body weight or like drink our body weight like some animals do, dude.
Can we start the episode and then we'll talk?
Oh, yeah. I already fucking started this shit.
I know. Hello and welcome, everyone. Welcome to episode 59 of Talking About Real Shit podcast.
Damn.
My name is Dennis. Her name is...
Hey,
She's my wonderful behemoth of a sister. Not behemoth. You're a good sister. Like, isn't sister like the thing in church?
Yeah.
Or is that mother?
Sister.
Oh, okay. Sister. Okay. Yeah.
Shasta.
Let me put some deodorant on.
We're not produced or sponsored.
No.
I'm struggling today. It's like I have dyslexia of the mind. Like I'm calling towels,
Rags?
fucking napkins and plates, bowls, and all this shit.
It's already getting hot. I'm already fucking starting to sweat. I can feel it coming.
In the air tonight.
It's so hot. It's like already so hot. Can you
Nope.
have two? You have three on. You have two on. Can you put one? And can you turn it down? Okay, can you just turn it off? Because that's... Did you just touch like where the hot is?
Yep.
You see how hot that is? Can you just turn it off now? Because it's still going to produce heat. While
Just
we're
go
doing
on
it.
with it, Dance. I turned it off. It's fucking cold.
It's so hot in here. Did you do three now? And because at the end when it's so hot, you're tired, and I am too. I noticed the end of our episodes when we have that shit on. At the end, it looks like we're fucked up, but we're not. We're just tired because it's so cozy and hot.
It's fine. I have it at 1. I have things to talk about.
Okay, me too. Okay, I have a couple of small things to talk about, like just small subjects.
Yeah, me too.
What's the point of life? No, I'm kidding. You go first because I have a couple small things I'm fucking really irking to talk about.
I was going to talk about the thing I was just eating.
Okay, yeah.
Were we supposed to talk about that?
Yeah, sure.
I guess it's pointless now because I already fucking told you. Anyways, the other thing I was going to talk about is I went to go do my Invisalign, right?
Yes.
Because I have only 5
weeks left?
No, not 5 weeks, like 10 weeks because you wear one every 2 weeks, right?
5, okay. 5 sets.
All right. It's so... it's like already started. And so they have like the little like Invisalign thing where it shows you like the progression of your teeth and like where your teeth are supposed to be at, right? And I kept telling him like when I went to go get new ones in, I'm like, dude, they're so easy, pop out. It shouldn't be like that. I remember the first time I got it in, like the first 2 sets, dude, you would put those in. You can't fucking take that out. Like I'm like literally having to put a crochet hook in there because it's so molded to it, and it's like it was painful. It was painful. I could tell it was moving. The last like 20 sets.
So 40 weeks.
Yeah, I'm almost done. I'm on last. I'm on set 17. So the last
like 10 sets.
Probably.
So 20 weeks.
Popping out.
Yeah, okay.
Just pop out. And so I was like, dude, I don't think it's tracking right. And so I told her, I'm like, can you like look up like where my like, cause my mid, like everything is like.
Hold on. It keeps playing by itself. This is something I want to talk about. Okay.
What's it called? I was like, dude, it's not tracking right. And so she like looks at like where my teeth are supposed to be and like where they're at. And she's like, you're right. It still looks like tray 1. Right.
So it hasn't done anything.
Hasn't done shit. It's done like this has changed. Like it's kind of gotten wider, but not like these teeth haven't shifted. And so they are going to redo the thing and have them send me different trays.
Really?
Yeah, because I was like, dude, that's like the only reason I got this.
Yeah.
It's like, 'cause if it's something that they like can't do, then I want my refund.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like for real, it's like I didn't want to get them.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get them because my teeth have been shifting, and if they can't fix that, then why say you can?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's not cheap money. Like
of course.
The good thing that's cool
it's like
is
$30.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't have that shit, dude. At least you can like keep doing it.
Yeah.
Like if you're like, hey, I'm still not happy, and they just like redo another plan and send it in, so you can do that. But I'm like, dude, I don't want to wear this shit for like fucking 17 years.
You're just 17 years in. You're like, it still hasn't done shit.
So there's that.
Yeah.
That's my story.
Okay, that sucks. Yeah, that's crazy.
And then when I was driving today to Amelia's dance on the way back, we almost got to the village and we saw like. Did I tell you about the cop car thing?
Yeah. There's like 6 cop cars going towards Walmart.
Oh, yeah. But I never figured out what it was. Some lady was talking to them, and then like when I was walking in, the greeter was like, okay, like to someone else, like, oh, you guys stay safe out there. I've heard a lot of stories, though. Like, I've seen a lot of like people on like the Moms of Meridian like page that I'm on. Like, there's been a few that have said like, hey, like just one guys give you like a little heads up, but like me and my kids, we just went to Walmart, or it was like whatever, different stores. But one of them was like, we saw some dude, like it was like kind of just like looking at us, but like they didn't think anything of it. So they're just like going and doing their shopping, but they kept seeing the dude like every fucking place where they're at.
Yeah.
And so she was like, okay. So she went out to her car and they were like, going to approach them.
Really?
Yeah. And so I've heard like if you do that and they start following you, to just drive to the police station instead of your house.
Well, yeah, don't drive to your house ever if you're
but they're like, just drive to like the police station, But
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, that's crazy. Like,
Yeah,
I need to be more aware of my surroundings, I guess.
Yeah, you're.
I
don't think anyone is less aware of what's going on around them than you.
Bullshit.
I honestly think you're. Other than like. What's her name? Helen Keller. Other than that, I think you're possibly.
I'm not that.
You're pretty bad.
I'm not that.
You don't
bad.
notice like too many like details and things.
Like what?
I don't know. Like I cannot think of an example.
No shit, because I haven't given you any examples.
No, you have. Your life has been an example. It's just I can't think of anything on the top of my head.
The fuck?
So okay, the couple of things I want to talk about.
Okay.
Oh, no,
Oh, so we're done with mine. Okay, cool. Yeah, fuck off.
Are you done?
I'm done.
Finally.
Do you help?
Okay, speaking of Walmart, I was like doing DoorDash one day, fucking, and I was at the not the Overland one, but the Fairview one or whatever, and
That's the one with the cops went.
Oh, was it that one? So there was like someone like stole shit. It was like some like meth head looking guy. This was like a week and a half ago. Some like meth head looking guy, like he was like arrested. And they were like escorting him out and stuff like that. Yeah, I wasn't inside. I was just like driving to the pickup section, but. Yeah.
There's definitely lots of like more crimes and shit.
Oh, of course.
Which that's like normal, but it's like, damn.
Yeah, there definitely is. More population and stuff. So I wanted to talk about a couple of things. One, the first thing is first. I hate the way they name neighborhoods and some parks. When like this neighborhood's called whatever it's called. Don't like say what it's called because I don't want to bleep it out. But like you go to these and they're called something, right? And I'm doing DoorDash. I'm driving today, and like there's just like this park, and it's like those like our shitty little neighborhood park. It's even fucking worse than ours, right? There's like nothing there. There's like one little pathetic playground, and like it's all just grass, right? Whatever, fine. But it was called like whatever the neighborhood was called, Creek. I'm like, there's no fucking creek here. And I like purposely stop my car. I'm like in the middle of a delivery. I stop. I fucking zoom. I'm like, I don't see any water source in this fucking park anywhere. So why the fuck are you calling it creek? That pisses me off. And then there was another neighborhood. It was called like whatever Meadows. Like this isn't a fucking meadow. It's a goddamn shitty suburb. Like, what are these names?
How did they come up with them?
I can't stand them.
One thing I want to know is how...
I call it a park, like Bonita Park in Twin. Bonita Park. It's a park. There's things and there's a park. Don't call it fucking...
What I want to know is... Who comes up with street names? And how do you keep... Like, where's the... There's obviously a directory of some sort. But, like, at one point, like, how do you just not run out of ideas?
There's unlimited things.
No, there's not.
Yeah, because you just name it off another town. You can, you know what I mean? Like,
right, that's true. I guess.
Like, oh, boom, like, you just name it off another. Like, oh, we need a name for this shit, They haven't
run out of anything yet because I don't think there's a Spark Street in Meridian.
I'm sure there is.
Look it up. Meridian.
I'm doing it. Causa.
Fuck, there's a Sparks app.
Yeah. Oh, no, this is in Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay, so cool. We're good.
But yeah, see, there's a Meridian, Pennsylvania. Like, there's another... There's unlimited words. Like, there's so many words. You know what I mean? And then you just go to another language. They'll do that. Like, you see some...
Like Bonita Park?
Yeah, Bonita. Beautiful park.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what that stands for?
Beautiful, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm trilingual. I'm Triceratops. No, but like I see these names. I'm like, what the fuck is? It's a shit. It's just annoying, man. I fucking can't stand it. It's like, what is this? It's not. It's fucking shit, right? Whatever. That's one thing I want to talk about. Two is, no matter how much green energy we are going to do in the future. I know this is like a complete switch up. No matter how much green energy we push, right? Fucking. We get rid of everything. We only go off of solar, wind. We're the most green planet in the world, right? All right. Green planet.
This next message is brought to you by Downs.
We're never going to solve that crisis. You know why?
Because we don't have Danny DeVito?
Because people are fucking dumb. You know why? Because of this. I'm doing DoorDash Saturday night, right? And there's a thing called Dash Mart. It's like, shut the fuck up, you scum. It's like it's a place you can't shop. It's like a store for when you go like to DoorDash, and like you don't order it from Walmart or Albertsons or something. Like you order it from this place, right? I don't really get it.
But where do you pick it up?
At like it's just like a random place. Like you buzz the thing in. There's like workers there. It's like a big warehouse thing with just shit. Yeah. Whatever.
Whoa, you guys are doing some like shady shit. Did you have to go there and get buzzed and shit?
Buzzed?
Did you like do the buzzing?
Yeah, I've done it multiple times.
And it's a warehouse?
Like a smaller warehouse.
How sketch does it look?
It's not sketchy. It's just a little room, and like you just grab whatever the person ordered.
Cocaine?
No, like fucking Cheetos and shit. But no, okay. So this guy orders this stuff, right? like the delivery is like $16. So obviously he tipped. I think he tipped like $9 or whatever. But like it was like a further away. So this shit's like in Garden City, and he ordered this like in like South Southern Meridian, and I'm like driving, and it's a bag of Cheetos, right? That's all it is. And it wasn't late. It's not like it's fucking 11. There's nothing.
It's literally
open.
a bag of Cheetos.
It's a bag of Cheetos. This is what I'm trying to tell you. So he delivers this for $16, right? So he probably paid $19. I guess, like because tip 100% goes to me, and then obviously it's a cut of whatever, right. And it wasn't that crazy amount. So I'm gonna guess $19. Plus he paid extra for the Dorito or like the Cheetos, because if you order like a McDonald's cheeseburger at McDonald's, it's let's just say $1, but on DoorDash it's like $1.29. There's always a surplus, right? That's how they make their money. So it's obvious he paid extra for the Cheetos. And then he's paying for all this, right? And I deliver it to I deliver it to his house. I'm in shock. 'Cause I'm thinking, I'm like, this motherfucker
has like half a body.
Huh?
Like he probably has half a body. He's got some sort of ailment. That fact that he can't go get Cheetos just down the street.
No, I understand like people that are like ordering because they like can't leave the house because of COVID or whatever and stuff like that. I get that, but like it wasn't late, so you can order this from anywhere, right? And I'm gonna get on to a thing that happened today too, and this happens all the time, and it's just wild to me because like you paid fucking like $22
for a bag,
$23.
How big was a bag of chips? A regular bag of chips?
No, not even a big one, like a small one.
Why?
Like the fucking.
Hey, unless this is like so. Is there a chance? Hear me out. That this could be a front. Hear me out. This warehouse. What if it wasn't just a bag of Cheetos? What if it is, but inside there's other shit?
Okay, okay. Because if we're gonna go into that, that's pretty fucking dope.
I'm honestly thinking that because
smuggler.
if I'm going to be ordering a bag of chips, if I'm gonna be ordering $19 for one bag of chips, there better be something else when I open up that fucking bag of chips.
Tipped it.
Tipped you?
Yeah.
That's fine.
I understand that, but
did it feel like a bag of chips?
This isn't just like this. Like that was just one scenario. I'm talking about like it happens at Walgreens. Like I pick up one small fucking shitty thing at Walgreens and drive like 8 miles to go deliver it to them. And it's like I'm sure there's a store closer to you, a gas station that you can fucking go to real quick. And sometimes I see the people that are opening these doors like they're not fucking
right.
Like there's been 2 houses I've ever delivered to where like there was a wheelchair ramp. That's like, okay, like obviously you're low mobility, you can't fucking really get to places that easily, right? And I get that. Or like you can't leave the house because you're whatever the case. I know there's scenarios you cannot leave the house. I get that. Like you're watching your kid and you really fucking he's probably like high and like just wanted some munchies, right? But I don't know, I just don't know why you don't deliver from a closer place. It wasn't late. It wasn't late. Like I get it. This is the only place that's delivering right now. Like everyone would be delivering.
There's not a gas station next to him that you can buy a bag of chips for 98 cents. You could have gotten 19 fucking chips.
But if you can't leave. So I'm trying to be in the best case scenario, right? But what I'm trying to say is like all this stuff. It's like that's why we're never gonna, because American consumerism is so out of fucking hand. It's never like green energy is never like we're never gonna be like energy. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna be fucked. And that's one thing. And then another thing is when people order something from a further place that they can get it from.
Right.
So okay, a Cold Stone, right? Like ice cream specifically.
Oh my God. I've never understood why anyone's ever ordered ice cream to be dropped off.
I don't get it either. But let me tell you this though. There's a Cold Stone not that far away from where we're at, right? This house was pretty close to where we're at, not like even in this neighborhood, like kind of further that way, right? They get it delivered from, oh God, what Cold Stone is it? It's like, which one was it? It's like, where like it's fucking like 15 minutes away, right? I just don't understand. Like, why can't you order it from a fucking closer location?
Did it melt before it got there?
Oh, I'm pretty fucking sure it did. I normally keep my seat warmer on too, so it probably does. But it's like, no, I purposely want to melt it next time. I purposely want to. Because it's like, you're a fucking idiot for ordering it from a further location.
Right.
right? It happens all the time. Like I see sometimes there'll be like a delivery for a really common place. Let's just say McDonald's. A McDonald's delivered from like the one by our house, but to Nampa. I am sure.
Do they get to pick and choose where they're getting it from?
Yeah,
Which one?
You because if you ever order food, there's multiple McDonald's, but it'll show you the fucking address. And the delivery is always more for the further away it is.
Weird.
And not weird, retarded, because people are fucking dumb. Right? It's a simple task. You order fruit and it magically appears at your door. That's the future that we're heading in, right?
Oh yeah.
It's a magical task that happens. But we're fucked. It's
$19 for a bag. I'm telling you right now, that warehouse smuggling bullshit.
It's literally I can literally go work there if I wanted to.
Okay, but next time open up that bag of chips and chest check.
I'm not gonna open up the bag of chips.
Say it accidentally popped.
There was literally nothing. Like it's a fucking bag of chips. It's just
then
people are dumb.
I would have asked that guy. I would have said, "Hey, dude, why did you spend this much on a bag of chips?"
Like it's just wild because you see that and it's like all this stuff. It's like, you know how much energy is being wasted because of this. You know, It's wild.
Like we went to Sonic like twice today, one after another.
Who did?
I did.
Why?
Corn dogs.
Oh.
But consumerism.
You like corn dogs?
I love corn dogs.
I didn't know that. So. Yeah, I just find it wild.
I understood the whole thing with like getting groceries delivered, everything, things from Walgreens when it was the pandemic and you couldn't leave and people were legitimately like, okay, I don't feel comfortable leaving. They had like the separate shopping hours, blah, blah, blah. But now we're literally everything's being lifted because no one really cares anymore. Yeah. It's like, honestly, why? Why go why have just one thing delivered? Unless someone in your house is like dying and you really need it.
Yeah.
But then it's like, dude, it would be faster, cheaper, easier for me to just get in my car than wait 40 minutes for my food to get here. It literally is.
No, it's true.
Sometimes I look like if I'm like really craving something, I'm like, God, I really want to order it. But I've looked like, hey, I want to know how long it's going to take me to get to the store, because if I have to wait 30 minutes for my food, like let's just say I have to wait 30 minutes for my food, but it takes me 20 minutes to get there, I'll just order it to get to me. Because now I don't have to drive the 20 minutes, order the food, wait to pick it up, however long that takes, and then drive back another 20 minutes, right? It's like, if it's 30 minutes, cool. But if it's like it's going to take an hour, and the place is only 15 minutes from here, like I'll just do it myself.
Yeah, no, it's wild. Like you see it, like it was like, the thing is you would never go back, because the thing is then you get used to it.
Oh yeah.
Right? Because it's like, okay, for the people that really, because let's be real. For people that are ordering stuff, like I do it a lot for like older people. There's always like, and it's like, okay, fine, like I get that. You know what I mean? Like it's easier for you to order money. You probably order shit. You probably have the extra money to do so. But normally when I'm ordering like groceries and stuff, it's nicer homes, right? So obviously you have I don't have the luxury to fucking pay someone to go, like, especially when you have to do your own shopping. Like sometimes I go and do the shopping for them, and it's always for like small stuff. It's not always Albertsons too. Sometimes Walgreens, but like, so there's always people that have like a little bit of extra cash, I would imagine. You know what I mean? Because like, what other reason is it like that you would do it? You know what I mean? Like I just don't understand it. And it's like they did it during the pandemic when like it was kind of needed, I guess, like you could say needed. And but then you're like, oh, that's nice.
It's convenience.
It's convenience. And that's the thing. It's like things are getting more convenient.
Oh yeah.
But for the people that can do it, right? So it's like, but the thing is, it's I don't know. It's just wild to me when like, because it's always like on the majority, it's small fucking orders,
right?
And it's like you see like the amount of money like they're being spent. It's like, Jesus Christ, you know what I mean? It's fucking wild. But I don't know. It's fucking dumb.
You just now become part of just this convenient, everything's just delivered to you kind of like society.
It really pushed it.
Because I didn't do a lot of like online shopping until COVID hit.
Yeah.
Like Amazon and stuff. Like I would before for like here and there, like that was like my last place to go to was Amazon, for real. I would just go to like stores, but then being at home and I'm like, holy shit, it's so convenient being able to just
especially how fast it is here because we have like that shipping
and not even just that, it's just like knowing like, okay, it's in stock, cool. I don't have to like go through all these stores just to see if this is like available. This way it's like, okay, it's in stock, but I can find it cheaper on this site or whatever it is. It's like, okay, cool. I didn't have to like waste my gas. I didn't have to waste my time going. I could just do this while I'm taking a shit. It's killing two birds with one stone, you know?
Yeah. Literally, that's how it is.
Just nice. It's convenient.
So, with that being said, there is a story that Mom brought to my attention.
What?
I'm pretty sure like you can like read it. I don't know if you could. Okay. So she sees this on Facebook. I was like, you got to send this because I got to talk about this on the podcast.
What is it?
Okay. Eastern Washington man. Yeah. Eastern Washington man flying overseas to help Ukraine on the front lines. Okay. Mm-hmm. Jeremy Smith is leaving behind his fiancée and their business. He plans to be gone for several months, not knowing if he'll have contact with loved ones back home.
He's going to cheat.
No.
Like he's legitimately going?
He's going to Ukraine to help the military over there to fight back from Russia. Okay. But why though? Right? You're saying that like I think it's because he doesn't want to be with her. His life's not going that well. And it's getting so bad. I'm pretty sure they're about to go bankrupt on the business and stuff that he's like, you know what? Like, I'm going to go be a hero.
Okay, but like, does he have military experience? So he's just
he has
like
zero military experience.
He's just going to be, it's just like sending some fry cook.
Pretty much.
To like fight the front lines. They've just been waiting for this guy.
What inspired me? So let's read this article.
Oh my God, please
okay?
please do.
So,
please do.
Lincoln County, Washington. The devastation in Ukraine and the courage of so many citizens fighting for their country has inspired people all over the world to donate money and help with the relief. Sure, fine. Jeremy Smith of Odessa, Washington is taking things a bit further. We basically need to bring our body armor, any winter gear and stuff you might need, Smith said. Smith spent $400 Wednesday at the Spokane Army Plus surplus store buying extra gear before heading to Eastern Europe. What inspired me to go to Ukraine is I don't like what I see what's going on over there. I don't feel like it's right, and I feel a duty to action on it. Okay. Let's just leave it at there. Don't read more.
Don't read more. Why?
Let's just section this off. Fucking so dumb. Okay.
Like, so you gonna die, bitch.
You're leaving your future wife, probably a cunt of a woman if you're willing to leave. Bet. Like, I'm sorry. This
Karen
is supposed to be
Karens.
this, and I guarantee if we watch this video, which I'm just necessarily not going to watch this video,
but we are though.
Right? We're not going to watch this video.
Why?
Because I don't want to. Because it's a bullshit feel good story. That's what
I don't care about the feel good. I want to see. We are going to try to guess what we feel like these people look like. Please.
Okay, fine.
Please. That's the only reason I want to watch it is to see what they look like. But go ahead.
He's leaving behind his he owns like a coffee shop business to go fight for a country that he has literally nothing to do about, right? So it's supposed to make me like, oh man, like that's really cool. Like the average, and I'm sorry, but the average human's gonna be like, oh, that's really good. Like that he's willing to fight. Where were you when we were bombing innocent people in Iraq?
I know. Shit.
Where were you on that? Where were you when we did so many countless things that were so fucking bad? You didn't. Oh, but that was okay, right?
Right.
I'm not saying what Russia's doing is okay. It's absolutely fucking not. But we've done fucking things that are bad too. Where were you in all those situations? I'm betting that his fucking business is going bankrupt. He hates his fucking wife, future wife. He doesn't know how to like
break it off.
He doesn't know how to leave it because it's probably all he has. So it's like, I'm gonna be a hero in many people's eyes because people are gullible as fuck. I'm gonna be a hero in many people's eyes, and I'm gonna go fight in Ukraine, right? Which is one, dangerous for him, but fine, whatever.
Right.
But it's gonna be dangerous for them too, right? I'm not like, obviously they know English is known all around the world, right? It's taught all around the world. But there's always a fucking barrier in language.
Right.
Maybe there's some that don't know English in Ukraine, especially like the ones that are like the military might know English, right? Like the military men that go, so you're already getting tired. Turn that shit off. You're starting to pass.
How can you tell?
Because you're Like,
am I really doing that?
Yes.
You can tell real quick when I'm being tired.
Because it's 300 degrees in here.
But no, you can for real tell when I'm tired.
It's so easy.
How? I honestly feel like I'm awake. But then I'm like, what? No, I would like to know how you could tell that I'm getting tired.
Because you look like you're like about to pass out.
Really?
Yeah, because one, it is literally, I'm not even joking right now. It's fucking 87 degrees in here. I didn't want to say like some 200, like I always do. It is 87 degrees in here, guaranteed. If it's not, kill me.
You can really tell me I'm getting tired?
So easily.
See, my eyes do this like weird thing.
Like you're just, you're dazing off.
Weird, because that's like, I like feel that way when I'm driving. I'm like.
I know. And that's the thing I'm talking about, like your awareness is a 2 out of 100. Just fall asleep. But no, okay. So it's dangerous. It's dangerous for them too. It's dangerous for them too because you're gonna be like, oh, Russian soldiers. They're like, what are you saying? Like, ne znam šta ti pričaš, ne znam ja English, ne znam ja, you know.
That's like saying dad.
Yeah.
Dad would have a better chance. That would have a better chance.
But no, I'm just saying, it's like, it's just so dumb. It's so dangerous on so many levels.
Whole, like, I want to be a hero. Like in he's like, I don't know if I'm gonna have contact with loved ones. He's hoping. I think that this is his hope, right?
That he either just
his hope is that he survives it. That he becomes some sort of hero, some sort of recognized thing, so that he ends up on the Ellen show in her last season to get some money, right?
Yep.
Because she's always giving out, like, just to get your name out there of this feel good thing. Because I guarantee you, if he does go, whether he like makes it on the plane, doesn't make it on the, like whatever it is,
he's still got the exposure.
He's got the exposure, and there's going to be Good Morning America, and there's going to be all these other people that are going to want to interview him. That's going to put his name on the board. It's going to better his business.
Yep.
It's going to better all of that, and especially if people like Ellen DeGeneres, which she does take viral people, and she does send out like. I mean, she gives you money like that. Just is a normal thing. Like you can't tell me.
And the biggest thing is exposure. Like think about like if this became after being on this show, it's gonna be on.
Oh fuck yeah, it's gonna blow
Ellen
up.
wants us to be on. Ellen wants to be on here, but we keep saying you're not big enough. Like, you know,
we have other guests.
We have people lined up. You're like fucking 80th on the list. You know? But no, it's like okay.
I bet you that's what it is.
No, and that's a great point. That's a great point. But like that's the thing. It's like it's, and even if it's not that, it's just. It's fucking dumb. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's dangerous for the other people there because, like, granted, yes, I understand they know fucking English over there. But let's say some people won't. You know, some people that are like just local townsmen that aren't like fairly educated. You know what I mean? Like, you go to Bosnia, there's some fucking Bihan, who just lives there, some fucking random dude. He doesn't know English, like a 40-year-old dude.
Right.
He doesn't know fucking English. You know what I mean? So it's like you're endangering that shit too,
right? And
all that stuff, and then you're fucking leaving your beyond whatever. But okay, so let's go on with the story here. Smith owns a coffee shop in Odessa, Washington, and plans to leave his business and fiancée next week to go fight in Ukraine. He's joining a group of men from Seattle. These are, and again, these are probably like Antifa people that want battle because they played like Call of Duty. Like, he's probably like maybe a little bit older than me.
He's probably does it really good at Fortnite.
Yeah, things like that. Like he played Call of Duty. He's like, oh yeah, I know what I'm fucking doing. We have some people on the ground in Ukraine that we communicate also in Poland. Okay. Smith will fly to Warsaw, Poland on March 17th to do paperwork, travel to the Ukrainian border. Smith says Ukrainians are providing firearms and other supplies. He plans to stay through the spring, and he's not sure when he'll be able to call and update his fiancée back home and all this shit. And yeah, he has a wedding in June. So it's like, it's just...
Are you serious?
It's...
That right there, okay, before this whole, like, there's a wedding date, I, as a fiancé, would be pissed as shit.
Well, yeah, of
because
course.
It's like, okay,
you're
by
fighting
June...
a battle that's not your... America already does that enough. We already fight enough battles. We don't need individual fucking retards to do these fights now, right? And think about it. When they fucking... If he gets captured by the Russians, it's good. It's not like... You know what I mean? Like, that's another thing. Is it can go two ways. You know when people get captured by another country, it's like either we're going to fucking bomb the shit out of you, or like the person's just kind of fucked and they'll torture the shit out of them, right? It could be either both ways. Right. Because he's not necessarily like okay, we need to get this guy back, right? He's like a military guy. We don't leave our men behind, right?
Right.
So that there's technically that code doesn't exist in this notation, right? But also, because America's fucking scum, they can also be like, you know, if he gets captured, they can be like, hey, you need to like get our citizen back, and you know, obviously they're gonna be like, no. And it's just gonna be this back and forth battle. And I'm not saying it can like start something big, but it can start something big.
Well,
you know,
not even
sometimes
just that. They're gonna be like, well, I'll release one of yours if you release one of mine.
Things
so
like
we're
that,
getting
too.
a douchebag, a retard that owns a fucking coffee shop.
It's probably dog shit.
And then they get someone that's actually like a legit, like important person.
I don't think we have like Russian
I know, but you know how sometimes they do that.
Yeah,
you know?
no, I understand that. I understand that.
One thing I don't understand is you have you have a wedding in June.
Yes. Fucking cunt.
Which means that you've already.
Wait, what started now? I hear something. Shut the fuck up. Why? This website sucks. It's KTVB.
Like he has a wedding, which means that it's already been paid for most of it, if not, because it's June. That's in 3 months.
Yeah.
So you're gonna stay there and then be like, first of all, if you're not physically damaged, like if nothing happens to you physically, like he comes back intact, like didn't lose any limbs and. He's not like, I don't think he understands that, dude, this isn't some like Call of Duty game because he doesn't have military experience, so he doesn't know this. But it's like, it's not some Call of Duty game where you can just like, okay, I'm just going to go here, help and leave, and I'm going to be the same person. He's going to be a different person when he comes back. And his fiance better know that even though it's only for like, even if it's a couple of weeks, even if it's 3 fucking days, you are not going to come back the same fucking person. Because you're going to go there and you're going to see the most fucked up shit you've probably ever seen. You're going to see kids' dead bodies. You're going to see women. You're going to see blood. You're going to see gore. You're going to see people. You might even see people doing shit that are like raping women and children that are, like you're supposed to be serving, protecting, whatever the fuck it is. But it happens. So you can't like. I don't think he understands, like, well, dude, what you're getting yourself into. Like, you're going to end up getting PTSD for, you're doing something that, like, people that are trained and have military experience don't even fucking want to do it.
Yeah.
Because they know the shit that comes with it. You are going to have PTSD and shit. And you just want to be some, like feel-good hero because it makes you feel good. Then you're going to
Well, maybe he does. Maybe saying that. I'm saying that.
But no, like to me, that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
Why else would you go?
Yeah.
Why? Because you're selfish. That's why.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but you are. It would be different. Okay. Why isn't someone like fucking Mila Kunis going and trying to be feel-good? She's from the Ukraine.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying is there's other things you can do.
Yeah.
So instead of doing that, he would have had a better experience with his business if he said, for every cup of coffee I sell, half of the proceeds go to this GoFundMe I created for, like, you know, the Ukraine people. And I guarantee you he would do more good with that than 100%. Going and $400 worth of things from armies. Cool, dude. Like, that's gonna be like, that's enough for you. Did you get yourself some fucking pins too to put on your uniform jacket? Like, it's fucking retardado, for real. Like, he's literally wanting to get a mental issues for what?
I think he has
them already.
I think you're underestimating.
But I'm just like, dude,
I'm pretty sure you already know. Okay, a lot of people my age do have mental issues from war. I will say that right now, because in Call of Duty Modern, you're doing that face. I'm being serious. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and everyone that played that game will agree with me.
Okay.
When fucking Shepard, when Commander Shepard goes behind Ghost's back and he kills you and burns you on fire, that shit hits you in the fucking heart. So you know what betrayal is.
Oh, fuck
That's betrayal.
But no, for real.
And if he experienced that, I'm actually on his side.
You know, like, there's people that like our family that weren't fighting, that weren't doing anything, but, you know, you're just trying to flee.
Yeah.
And that has psychological damage.
Oh, of course.
I was 4 and I don't remember any of it, but you bet your ass when I hear a certain plane, like, that still causes me to, like, respond in like a negative way.
Oh, of course.
And it's like, you don't even remember that. Like, I'm not even old enough to remember any of that. And he's going to go?
Yeah.
Like, retardirano, dude. His fiance should marry his best friend.
I should find her.
You should find her.
And I should fucking...
I bet he's going to be just if he's not wearing something camo.
But what's crazy is it's Seattle. Seattle's a very leftist place, so I don't imagine him wearing camo. Okay. But then it's at the same time, like, you live in Seattle, already super, like, you know, left. And, like, super, what's the word? Like, liberal. Right? Liberal. which is fine. I'm not saying anything against that. And then you own a coffee shop in Seattle.
Right.
That is like
flannel. You think he's wearing flannel?
I 100% agree. Think that he's wearing flannel. I think he's more of like not like a liberal hipster, but like wannabe like a military man hipster.
Does she have long hair, short hair? I want to say shoulder length.
I hope they show her. I don't know.
I hope they do too. Short. If not, I'm
I
doing
think she's
some
fat.
CSI investigation.
I think she's not a good-looking person. I say you put me with a wig, and I look 10 times better as a woman than her.
If you put me, or I mean, if you have a wedding though coming up, you think she'd take care of herself a little bit? No.
That's why he's leaving. I guarantee it's because of her.
What? How? I guarantee you it's because he wants to put his name out there.
Well, that too, but
he could leave her with so many other reasons. Okay, if he was going to leave her, then he could have just been like, hey, I'm going to go do this, go to the airport, never get to his location, just fucking take his $400 worth of Army surplus shit and go to Hawaii for 2 days.
You're looking at it wrong. I guarantee you that business is under her name.
Oh.
So he can't leave.
I hope that they tell you the name of the business and shit, because as soon as I'm going to
contact our lawyer, aka our cousin that's absolutely not a lawyer. He like can find shit
really?
pretty good.
Okay.
If I find the business name of this, I can
tell me
have
the
him
owners and
research
shit.
it. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
What are you gonna be surprised with if you honestly see this person? Like, dude, I did not picture that. Like, what's something that's gonna straight up like one thing that you're like, oh my god, I can't believe that.
Like
he has one arm.
I don't know. I really don't.
I guess some of these people now have really taken this whole like, oh well, like this entitlement, we can do anything because whatever. It's like before you used to have experience. Now they let any fucker do anything.
Yeah. Well, I was wrong. He
says he has received close combat training
as a bail bond agent. So okay.
Cool.
Is that it? Okay, so that's it. Okay, ready?
Yep.
Do you want to listen to it?
Yes, I do.
Okay, you can listen to it. I don't need to listen
Do we
to
have
it.
to mute it for the people?
No. There's no music with this or anything like that. So we should be
Anybody
good.
named Jeremy Smith? He's Mormon.
I want to make sure that you guys can hear this. Okay, hold on.
About to be on the front lines.
Can you hear it?
Decided to fly
Okay.
overseas and help Ukrainians defend their country. He told
Hold on. Let me just do this so I can actually hear it too, because I'm actually really interested. Shit, I don't
Why'd you
have.
put your headphones in?
Because I don't have them. Whatever.
Krem 2's Kyle
I didn't get set up for this.
made that decision just months before his own
Is that him?
wedding, Kyle? Well, Jeremy Smith
That's not
is
him?
leaving behind his fiancee and their
Oh.
business. He plans to be gone for several months, not knowing if he'll be able to have contact with loved ones back home. He says he's most worried about his safety and knows what the ultimate outcome could be.
The devastation in Ukraine and the courage of
Can I just skip all the boring stuff that we already know about? Oh, that's him. That's him. Okay, I'm gonna.
Oh, he looks like straight up. He looks like the
Jeremy Smith.
Okay, so that's him.
That's him.
That's the $400 stuff. He drives a Toyota 2J Cruiser. Okay, I
he
should.
looks like the biggest white trash redneck fucking person, and he looks like he's part of that
Proud Boys.
Amon. What's the fucking that guy's name?
What? What?
Amon Bundy?
Oh, that guy. The one that just got like arrested or whatever.
Yeah, aren't they just like some like swinging gun type? I don't know what they
I
did.
don't know.
Okay.
I have no idea. So that's him.
Things a step further.
We need to basically bring our body armor, uniform, any winter gear or stuff that you might need.
Smith was at the Spokane Army surplus store spending $400
She's not fat.
on
She's not
extra
fat.
gear before heading to Eastern Europe.
Come on, show her
Okay,
face.
so
Why
he
we
got.
go over to Ukraine is I don't like what I'm seeing going on over there. I don't feel it's right, and I feel a duty to action.
Smith owns a coffee shop in Odessa, Washington, and plans
What
to
is
use
that?
business and
Did
I
they
have
say?
no idea what it is,
Okay.
but pause it real
fight in
quick.
Ukraine.
He's saying like I'm seeing what's out there. I just don't feel like it's right, and it's like my duty to blah blah blah. It's like, you know what? You know how like.
What?
Do you know how much shit he could fucking fix in Seattle that there's a problem with?
I don't think there's anything wrong with Seattle.
But it's like, you mean to tell me that you can go to your job and you can go back home and see the littering homelessness people that are there, and you're okay with that? Like, you're not okay with it, but you can live with it. Yeah. You can see these people doing that, but yet you feel the duty to go help another country. Like, fix the shit in your own fucking country. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry that the people are struggling. I'm sorry they're fighting. That's not my fucking business. Yeah. That's not my problem.
It's not.
It's not. Like, it sucks. I can be empathetic to it. I can say that fucking sucks, and I can be welcoming if anyone were to come, and, you know, if they're like, hey, we need, okay, like, I won't, like, judge you. I won't be an asshole to you coming into here. I get that. If I were to spend time feeling bad for every other injustice around me, like, I would never get out of my fucking room. Yeah. But it's like, dude, fix the shit that's in your own backyard. Yep. Fix your fucking truck. How about you start with that? Fix your fucking fashion sense. Let's start there. Okay, fix that. Fix your fucking marriage. You don't have one yet.
Well, we don't know if they're on a bad.
But you know what I mean, though? Like, that's what I'm saying. Is like, dude, all these people gung ho about it's like, dude, you can fix the shit that's in your own backyard.
Look, the guy obviously wants to be in battle. You can just tell. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, don't judge a book by its.
Oh yeah, no. He
straight up wants to be in fucking battle.
Oh yeah, he thinks that's the thing. I bet you he spends a lot of his time playing Call of Duty. Playing all this, I'm not even joking.
Probably.
I guarantee you, these people have this like this complex where it's like, because I can sit here. I'm not saying just or like racing games or anything. I'm not tying anything to games, but there's some people that I feel like because they are really good at something in one way that they are gonna be good with things. Yeah. I'm not that bad driving Need for Speed. You think I can recreate the same shit out there in the real world? No, like I know that like. One or the other. This guy just pisses me off. Straight up. I want to go and diarrhea in his coffee.
Okay, we know where fucking Ukraine is. What are they saying here? What are they saying?
He's like, doesn't know if he's going to be able to call home and update.
I better get my butt
back for the wedding.
Which is in June. So,
it's not.
Fiance is quite adamant about the return date.
Returning home safe.
He doesn't have enough money to pay for the wedding. He's probably blown it all in strip clubs. That's what it is.
No, he
bail bond agent for more than 25 years and has received
like that coat's going to help him?
It will.
It's
going to help.
I'm going into a war zone.
I kind of want to join him.
I'm going into a war zone.
On the other hand, I know what I'm getting myself into. I know what to expect. You don't know shit.
According to CBS News, the Ukrainian government.
There you go.
Budala.
A feel-good story of a fucking retard.
Glupos, dude. I expected things. I did not expect this. I don't know why this pisses me off more than the fucking flannel shirt. Like, dumb. I would have been happier with a flannel shirt. I don't know. I think it's just like.
Okay, so the Call of Duty has a war. It's called Warzone, right? And it's in a fictional place called Verdansk, and that fictional place of Verdansk is like 100% based off of like Ukraine and Russia. That's what it looks like. And that's how it's been since the game came out fucking years ago, right? And it's a really popular game. I'm pretty sure that's what he plays a lot. And because there's one place I always went to in that game, and it was the swimming pool that's in Chernobyl. Mm-hmm. There's a swimming pool that's in Chernobyl that's exactly based off of the swimming pool. Right. That's where I would always land because I'm like, it's fucking Chernobyl. It's so cool looking. I love the swim. It's just cool. I guarantee that's his fucking motive, right? And
to get to the pool.
He want the way I'm looking at him. He obviously wants to be in battle. He's like. He wants to be in battle, and you can't really just kill homeless people on the streets. Because I'm pretty sure that's what he would want to do, right? He would probably want to just kill homeless people on the streets, right? But you can't kind of do that. So what he can do is go kill the Russians, right? He can go kill the Russians. He probably doesn't even know that Ukraine and Russia is a fucking different thing, right? He probably thinks they're all the same. Because they do speak almost the same language. So a lot of Ukrainians do speak Russian. It's one of the major languages in Ukraine. So he's gonna hear fucking "tsukabliet" of some Russian guy, of some Ukrainian yelling "tsukabliet," and he's gonna shoot him, be thinking that he's Russian, but he's in fact not Russian. And then we're gonna cause World War III, and the only cure is going to be to drink his wonderful coffee. His coffee shop is so shit. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
It's so fucking bad.
Pull up Odessa, Washington, Jeremy Smith coffee shop. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be on there now.
Odessa, Washington.
Jeremy Smith. What a fucking Mormon name.
Jeremy Smith. What's a coffee shop? Is this it? No way. Is this it?
It says stop and get some great coffee food from owners Jeremy and Amanda. Go on the website. Go on the website. 1902 Coffee House. It's like his house.
Is it? Oh, I want to see the photos real quick.
It's literally.
It's like a look.
Okay, it's fine.
It's a small.
What does the
coffee
menu
shop.
look like? Open up the. Go down.
No, there's menu right here.
Oh.
Okay. So there's food.
Okay, not bad prices. Tiki Breeze Energy. Okay, is it made with tiki punch?
This throws me off.
He's making coffee out of a coffee, like actual.
That's a Mr. Coffee
like
commercial.
a Mr. Coffee. Okay, cool. That's all. Okay, fine.
It has good reviews.
Okay.
You know? No, it does. But only 13. Those are probably his friends and family. Rachel, isn't that her? Didn't they just say?
Amanda.
Oh, Amanda. Like it's.
Should I review?
A day ago. Hold on. 8 months ago. Okay, so. Okay.
2 weeks ago. Okay, we should write a review. Go on it.
I'm not gonna
No, go on it.
I'm not gonna write a review right now. This. Yeah, that's them. 902 opening soon. I find it's just so. I find it so crazy.
Well, I just don't understand though, for real. Like, what I really don't get though is like. What I don't get is like, why are you so like, oh, I'm just gonna do it over? Like, it's not like some like study abroad for one semester. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, oh, just like I'm just gonna be there over the spring break. I gotta be back before June. Like, it's not just some like, okay, so it's March. He's gonna fly out March 17th, March, April, May. So he's got like 2 months, right?
Yep.
Okay, what's to say shit doesn't get so bad that like you're not gonna be able to fly out?
Yeah.
Like you're fucking stuck there. What's to say, yeah, you don't get taken as some sort of hostage. I don't fucking know. You know, but it's like, why? Like, that's just retarded to me. It doesn't add up. It doesn't add up that you want to be this hero 2 months before your wedding and then risk, like, you're spending your, I don't know. I'm, like, looking way too into it. I'm just fucking annoyed by it.
It truly doesn't make, this whole fucking shit doesn't make any sense because it's like, there's so much now, like, individuals, like, there was this, was it a chess player? It's like a 20-year-old chess player that's like he's openly against this fucking invasion of what his country is doing, which is very dangerous for him to say, right? It's very dangerous for him to say that. And he's openly against the whole thing. He's banned from playing the fucking chess tournaments that are coming up. For what fucking reason is he individually banned for something that his fucking country that he has zero fucking part of saying? Like, did we have a fucking part when we invaded Iraq for no fucking reason? Like, what? Iraqis should fucking hate me for that? Right. No. Right. Because I have nothing to fucking do with that.
This is what I don't get. Well, I mean, I get it, but it's like, I'm so happy with this whole COVID shit.
Okay.
Do you know why? Is all these people that were fucking stupid and were like, this is real, all these people getting vaccines, not knowing what's doing to their body. Oh, we have to do the vax card. Everyone's going to do it. Every state's going to do it. Every state's going to blah, 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 blah. And now all the states that were doing it, like New York and shit like that, lifted it. Dad just called mom saying, hey, they lifted the mask mandate. We don't have to have it at work anymore. And now it's almost like, here, let's just brush it under this rug. And now it's gone. Everything that people were, mom was even saying there's certain airlines that were firing people because they weren't getting the vaccine that are now calling them back, being like, hey, if you want to work, like you have your job back. Okay, so why wasn't this okay before? Like why wasn't this okay before? None of this makes sense. And for people to think that like this, what's going on right now with this Ukraine thing, things with COVID, things with everything, like that's just, to me, I mean, this whole thing with Ukraine, Russia, that's a separate thing. I understand that, but because this is going on, is that why they're just like lifting all? Like it's just weird to me. Yeah, it's weird that it's like
it came out to like the timing was just like on point.
What's weird is there was no COVID until Epstein's case was gonna start. No shit, pretty much. It was like we were so into it with like them kind of like starting to like dig up shit, right? To where it's like, oh, COVID's happening. It's what's happening. How we were saying, like Ghislaine, which I spell her Gizzlayne, like Ghislaine.
I call it Jizz.
But like, you know, she's obviously doing her trial that we've talked about and has exposed and named 6 of the John Does that were, you know, visiting the island or whatever. No one hears about it.
Oh, yeah.
No one cares about it. No one hears about it. Nothing. And then this whole thing with Ukraine and Russia, and now it's like, oh, let's just forget all like about COVID. Like COVID's not even like in existence. And so all these people that were like didn't care and got the vaccine, blah, blah. It's like, I really do hope that every single one of them within the next 10 to 15 years just fucking croaks. Not the people that were like forced to get it. Like our aunts and uncles and you know, cousins were pretty much forced to get it in Germany because it's like you can't fucking go you can't do anything or go. That's different. I'm talking about the people that were such pushers, such like alienated their friends and their families, and
there was a lot of people
like
that
those
were like
people
that
were like that just tried to like shove it down your throat that like you need it. I hope that they do. Because people would say, oh no, there's nothing. It's like, dude, baby powder is linked to ovarian cancer. Baby powder has been used when my ass was being wiped as a baby. So it's been used for plus more than 33 fucking years. And it's just now that it's coming out. Hey, it causes this. And they're still selling it on the shelves. But it's like, you can't tell me that there's like no effects, no side effects.
Of course, that's
fucking dumb.
Because you're putting a synthetic thing in your body. But it's like, besides the point, it's like
the timing is so off, and it makes you wonder, like, why is it now all done? Because this is taking up over. And the fact that, like you said, that guy is saying something and now he's banned from shit. You know what I mean? It's like, why is this turning into a whole new, like, you can't say shit against it or this is what's going to happen? It's like turning into a whole new...
Well, that's because of Russia. That's just how, that's, like, you can get jailed for being against...
Like their shit.
Yeah, and that's Russia themselves. That has nothing to do with everything else. Well, like, the thing that I don't get, it's like, I did, like, there was so many stories of that shit happening, like, where people, like, were alienating friends and family and all that stuff. And it's like, it's just wild to me that, like, that became a thing, you know? Whether you're fucking for it or... for me, it's like, it doesn't even matter. Like, I truly, like, you got it. You didn't. I found it crazy when people were like, when it was like really heavily being pushed by, not like the companies or whatever.
It was like pushed by
but
the
by
people.
Like the individual people and all that stuff. It was just wild for me to see that, because it's like, it's kind of like if like based off of like religion, you know what I mean? Like if someone was like, and that happens too. That does happen too, where it's like, okay, I'm a man of God now. Like, you're changed. You like completely change as a person. Like, you stop being friends with the people because they don't have God in their lives.
And it's bullshit.
It's kind of like in the same sense.
It is,
and it's fucking.
And it's annoying
to me. What, like I said, if you're fucking into something so much, like anything, it kind of makes you fucking crazy.
It does.
In my opinion. Like, I get like when you're like really into a sport or something, but it doesn't like control your life. Like, and like when you look at the general basis of people, like it doesn't really like control their lives. But there was so many people that like they like, you go on dating websites and all that stuff, like dating apps, I guess. Whatever you put in your biography, it explains kind of who you are, right? And when so many people were putting Not that there were even me and one of my friends were just talking about this like last night or 2 nights ago, because there's like a subreddit of like just crazy like Tinder messages and shit, and I was just like I gotta show you how bad this is. Like it took me like 3 swipes to like explain to him like how shitty the world is, right? He's like, oh my god, like he's like, I agree with you, but like you put in the bio like, hey, I like to eat chicken, fucking play video, like you put who you are in your bio. Whether you're vaccinated or not for a certain fucking thing, one should not even fucking be on there.
Yeah, don't put your medical shit on blast.
That's one thing. And then especially, why the fuck are you putting like the company fucking name? Like, what is this a sport?
Right.
When did pharmaceuticals become a sport? Like Team Moderna, let's go, Moderna.
Right, pretty much.
You know what I mean? It's like and then like people were like, "Oh, you like I okay." Like it sucks that I haven't done Uber in so long, but I remember I was driving Uber during the peak of all this, and there were so many conversations in the back of like just dogging on like Johnson & Johnson or dogging on Pfizer because they got the other one, or dogging on Moderna because they got the other one.
Like that's what you're gonna talk about?
What? Like,
don't even ask me to go out with you because I'm not even gonna have these conversations.
When I like would hear those stories, I'm like, what?
I swear there's times, and
to me it was wild.
Like I had this conversation with someone the other day, but I'm like, I literally feel like I feel like I'm in the Matrix, and I feel like we're Keanu Reeves, right?
I wish.
No, I'm serious. I feel like a lot of us, the ones that kind of like, you know, like me, you, Dad, you know, like just people like
I'm Keanu Cheese.
like how we are, and like we're woke, right? Like, but like it's not that. Like I don't have like I can see the bullshit. Like, do you just have your filter glasses on that you like can't see it to like other people? You know, like sometimes I'm like, are you like I don't want to say that you're fucking retarded, but you are. But it's like how are you not able to see this? You know, when like. I'm like, dude, the government has never given a shit about the people ever. Since the existence of the government has never given 2 fucks about people ever, nor will they ever. The only time they do is when you're doing something for them. That's it. That's the only time that they will give 2 shits about you. So when you're having people shoving it down your throat that you have to do this and, oh, the heroes work here, you know, when it was all shut down and everyone cared about the doctors and not the celebrities. And then now
the front
lines and it's like, oh, blah, 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 you know, yep. You can keep working like a fucking horse. Yeah, no days off. Yeah, travel. Yeah, no, don't take time. No, you can't take time off.
Yeah.
You know, blah, blah, blah. And then that passes, right? So now it's kind of going back to normal life. And now it's like, oh, have you gotten your vaccine yet? Oh, you have to because you're working around all these people. And if you don't get it, you're fired.
Yeah.
And then it's like, what happened to all the heroes work here? Did you forget about that shit? And then it's like, yeah, the only time that they care is when you're filling their pocket with money.
Yeah.
And it's all was big money thing. Like, oh shit, this could be like vaccines equals big ass money.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why people, like when some people are so into something, I just don't get that.
Yeah.
And but it's like I don't even want to hang out with those people. You know, like I don't even want to associate with you or anything. I just
like it's like
I just don't get it. Like I don't get it how their mind works. Like what the fuck is what is wrong with them?
Yeah, like whenever I see like that shit, like or that someone like another one to me that really like irks me. Like doesn't even irk me. It's just like what? Like it doesn't even make sense to me. It's like, okay, I get if you're like vegetarian or vegan, like you don't like want, fine. I have no issues with that. But like you'll have, and then like what I'm trying to say is like these people aren't vegetarian. Again, dating profiles. You have so many accounts that are like, if I see like you hunting, like just swipe left. Like don't even like try to fucking talk to me. You're not claiming that you're vegan or fucking vegetarian, right? So you're okay with the fucking big farms that like brutalize animals.
Oh, yeah.
That, like sadly, like what I'm super against, brutalize animals.
Oh, yeah.
You're okay with that because you'll go to fucking McDonald's and get a burger, or you'll get a McDonald's and get chicken McNuggets or whatever. But you're not okay with like I don't hunt, but like with someone that hunted an elk, right, and is going to live off of that elk for months. Right. For like the family for months on end.
Right.
You're against that, but you're okay. Oh yeah, let's just go to fucking Panda Express and get orange chicken.
Right.
Like that
It's
to me
fucking
is
dumb.
fucking wild. Like, so because someone hunts, you're just I would never, unless you're like literally a Nazi. Like, there's nothing to me where it's like you can say something to me and I'm like, oh, like, don't talk to me.
But like, don't they realize that like
other than like
saying
you're
it
just
like
being a
that?
Nazi. Yeah.
It's like, but like putting it out on the profile, dude, you look like a fucking cunt.
Yeah.
Doing that. Like, it's different if you're like normal, generic profile, you know, just like your basic. You don't have to put your entire life on there. But then, you know, you have a conversation. What do you like to do for fun? And then it's like, if they, I'm not really big into that. And then you kind of like phase out the conversation, you know, like, okay. And that's that.
Yeah.
Like, but don't shame someone because they're hunting.
Like hardcore, like,
or even
don't
people
talk to me.
Or
Like,
even people that are vegan. Like, you are vegan. Cool. Eat what you eat. Let me eat what I fucking eat.
Yeah.
You don't like it? Just, you don't have to say anything to me.
Yeah.
Like, you know me, dude. I don't eat a lot of fucking, like, I don't.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
eat fish and that kind of stuff. It's not like
Yeah.
I'm vegan or vegetarian or anything. I don't like steaks that are bloody. I don't like any of that. I'm not going to be like, oh, if you're going to only talk to me if you eat a well-done steak. No, dude. I'm not going to tell you what to put in your body.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's like the thing.
Cool.
It's like,
I'm not going to order mine that way, but you do you.
Yeah.
You do you. If now it's different. If I'm having to watch you eat your steak or your beef and it's not cooked and you're just eating raw meat, because there's some people that do that.
yeah,
There's some people that
paleo
take
diet.
there's some people that take literally ground beef out of the
Paleo
packaging
diet, yeah.
and just eat it. That stuff, it's like, dude, I that's fine. Like, I'm
Just
just
don't
gonna
do it in
step
front of
out.
me. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna step out,
Yeah.
and then when you're done with that, like, shower yourself and brush your teeth. Because like,
Yeah.
I don't. If I see any blood anywhere on you, like, I can't. So
Yeah.
like, you do you. You do that when I'm at work, and then like
Yeah,
we don't
it's
talk
like,
about it.
It's like you just like there's like there, and it's just wild to me, and I see it all the time. It's like, and it's so common. So
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
you're literally just fucking. This person is such a shit human because they do one thing. That's like. So
Talk about judging, you know.
So yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, I would have loved to see you live in the 1800s.
Part of me though is like,
survive for not even the existence of you in that time would be fucking. You know what I
just
mean?
want to flip it on them though. Like, it's still to this day. I'm like, dude, I want to download Tinder so bad.
Just to
still
fuck
to
with them.
this day, and I'm going to one of these days just for my own entertainment purposes. Seeing people like that, where it's like, oh, do this, swipe. Okay, dude. Like, I hope that we match.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna find something on your profile, any fucking thing on your picture, like a picture of them wearing flip flops, and just shame them for
Just
it.
be like,
Like,
oh, that's fucked,
God
yeah.
damn, you let those feet out looking like
Yeah.
that. You know, just like, I can't stand people that wear flip flops. That's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Toes,
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah.
You know, like, just
There's
shame
some
them.
shit like that, yeah.
Judge 'em?
Yeah, I don't get it. Like when and that's like kind of the thing is like with the whole like vaccine thing. It's like people like, and I don't like if you got the vaccine, fine. Like I don't give a shit. Like that's fine, cool. But like it's like really like don't push that shit on me.
Right.
Like don't push it towards me. It's like I'm gonna live my. If I fucking die from, I don't give a shit.
Right.
And it's not like it's not, for me, it wasn't like, it's not even a stand. It's like, look, the only time I've ever been vaccinated is when I fucking came to America.
Right.
And like maybe like a little bit out. Like, it's like, I'm sorry, that's just not me.
Right.
It's the same reason why I don't like the Redskins. Not, I could have chosen anything. I could have chosen anything else, but I chose to say that.
Well, I don't know what you're
That
talking about. The
sounded so
football
racist.
team? Are you talking about the
I'm talking about the football team, but it sounds like, oh, I hate Native Americans.
Not even.
I didn't even say, like, that's why I hate the Carolina Panthers. Like, if you hate the team, you hate the team. Like, that's the thing. It's
Right.
like you hate it. You like every person's his fucking individual thing, and it's like that's the thing when you're mass pushing something. I'm not even talking about the government. I'm just talking about everything. Like the mass push of whatever it could be is just fucking annoying
Right.
to me. It's like just let people live their fucking lives how they want to be.
It is. I
It's-
mean, just like this guy just annoys me. I don't like to see. I don't like seeing what's happening. Okay, so like, yeah, like I said, if you really gave two fucks, you could make a difference in your own fucking neighborhood. There's people that have local businesses that have made their business stand out, and they make a difference because they do like a pay it forward meal. So like
Yeah.
you pay for another, a little sticky. A
Yes,
homeless
anything,
person
man.
comes in, cool, I can get a free coffee because this other person paid for it.
Yeah.
And you can make a difference. But like, I think what you're saying is true. This guy, and I'm just going to assume, and I am going to judge a book by its cover
Yeah.
because That's what we do.
Yeah.
Can't tell me we do judge. So
Yeah,
present
course.
yourself.
You have to.
Present yourself so that I don't fucking judge you. Yeah. Like, sorry, I'm going to. He does. He looks like the kind of person that when he's not working in a coffee shop, he spends his fucking time playing things like that. Games. To where it's like, maybe in his head, it's, yeah, I just want to, maybe he has a hatred or something to where it's like, I want to be able to take care of this and do something good. So you might be thinking about that way. I just don't think that this person's actually thinking through as to what you're doing. And most Americans that have never lived through a war don't. To them, it's like, it's just going to, you do know you're going to see blood and body parts on the ground. Like, there's not going to be some magical person that comes and sweeps shit up before you get there. Yeah. And there's going to be just like, and then like things will remake themselves like in video games. And then like, you can just like restart over, you know, that's not what you're going to see, dude. No. You're going to see the worst fucking shit. You're going somewhere that like other people don't wish for their enemies to fucking be there right now. For real.
Yeah. No, it's
like,
true. It's
the way to make a difference is open up your fucking doors to a refugee to come and stay with you. Yeah. You know, like, or the plane ticket that you're going to spend, pay that plane ticket for someone else to come over here. Yeah. That's making a difference.
And it's like, and another thing is like, I bet, again, I'm going to fucking judge the person for what he is, and I can be completely wrong, but it's like, I guarantee you he hates the fucking Syrians that come here.
Oh yeah.
Hates the people that came from the Middle East to here because, one, we kind of fucking forced them to, right? We fucking bombed the shit, and not just us. Like, obviously there was batched over there, ISIS, Taliban. Fucking don't even get me started. Like, obviously we're like, but it's like, you know how much fucking reports, you know how much active videos there are of us bombing the wrong fucking place. And it's like, oh, we killed fucking, like, when do you ever see that on the news? You never go on the fucking news on CBN, Fox News, whatever the fuck you watch. There's never news like, oh, the Air Force accidentally fucking bombed 20 civilians in Baghdad.
Of course they're not going to say that.
They don't fucking talk about that shit. But it's like, where the fuck were you during that time? And I guarantee you hate every fucking Middle Easterner that's come here. And if you don't hate them, like, you haven't helped them in any way, shape, or form for the shit that like you know, they went through, because they went through war times too and all that stuff. It's just like, I don't know. I just don't get it. That it's like, look, man, like, you're not fighting a fucking war that was yours. Like, you're not part of fucking NATO. You're not part of some shit like that. Like,
I don't know. They're just like, stay
out of it. Like, sometimes you just have to stay out of it.
There's things, and I've always said this. It's like, that's just like me having, and I'm pretty sure that we talked about it too, but it's like, that's just like me having like, my house is dilapidated, right? Like, shutters falling off the house, just looks like complete shit. And my neighbor has like grass that grows half an inch more, and I'm over there telling them how to do their shit. It's like, look at where you are. Like, look at your surroundings. And if you feel like, and so start small. Look in your own life. Don't look at your neighbors. Don't look at the street next to you. Look at your own life and say, you know, am I doing everything, you know, is there anything else I could possibly do to like make my everything you know, better, improve it. And then you work your way out to a fucking war. But don't just like, and then like, you're leaving your fiance, you're leaving up, and then what happens if like, you do die? So now you're going to burden your family with a funeral expense that now they're going to have to fly your fucking body, because the chance of you surviving is slim to none, dude. Yeah. There's not going to be this big guard of people that are going to fucking protect you. Like, there's other people to protect, and you're not it, dude.
Yep.
You're not it. But I think this is like the same hero mindset of Americans. Like, they think, I think a lot of them, like, oh, I'm gonna come up with my fucking American flag, and I'm here to save the day. Dude, don't you know that like most of the world fucking hates you?
Yeah, hardcore.
Most of the world fucking hates you.
Yeah.
And they will continue to hate you. You're not some hero. You're the worst fucking country.
Yeah.
It is. Like, you're not. You're not some fucking hero. You're not this great thing. And like, we have a shitty education.
Yeah.
We have shitty ass jobs. We pay our people crappy. Our gas is now fucking like a shit ton now, you know?
Well, it's like the gas is like in Europe and all that stuff too. Like, I'm not going to
maybe not the gas, but there's lots of things.
I'm not going to say that we're the worst, because obviously there's a lot worse, but there's a lot of problems that we can fix here. There's a lot of problems that we can fix here.
I just think that's what he thinks. He's going to be some like person that's going to show up on a white horse and save the day, dude. You're not going to save shit.
Yeah.
You're not going to save shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're not going to make any difference at all.
I just found it wild. It's like, man,
it's like this. He's the same kind of person as like, you know, when you see people that they like film or they videotape themselves helping a homeless person, and then they post it on social media. And I've seen people say, like, you're literally putting a person's worst moment of their life, and you're putting it for the world to see.
Yeah.
Like you're proud of that? Like, you couldn't have just helped them without, like, having a tap on your own shoulder, like, hey, good job.
That's the thing. That's all it is here, though. That's literally all it is. People just want to fucking...
It's like, let me film you on your rock bottom and tell me how it feels.
Yeah, it's people just want the, like...
glory. They want the glory. They want recognition.
Yeah.
That's what they want.
The thing is, it's so, like... And it kind of goes back to, like, American consumerism, right? Like, we have so much here, right? We have so much here. Like, you even look at, like, you just look at houses themselves, right? Like, you look at houses themselves. Like, you talk about housing prices and shit. It's like, okay, this house is, I'm just say $500,000, right? It's fucking 2,000 square feet, right? It's 2,000 square feet. It's $500,000. Like, that costs a lot more in certain places around the world, because most of the time you don't have 2,000 square feet at all, right?
Right.
Like, it costs a lot more. So consumerism is so aggressive here, where it's like, you see, like, for example, like, okay, like, you have the money, right? You have a ton of money, like the people that we know that live out there, right? Don't want to, like, get in specifics, but what, that's like a $2 million house, something like that. Like, you know, 2 people live there, no one else. That thing's what, 4,000 something, maybe 5,000 square feet. Like, I've seen it in person, and it's like that's a big part of it. So it's like 2 people, and like that's how it is a lot of times. Like, family moves out eventually. I get it. Like, and that's the difference. Like, you see, there's like that. Like, they are Russian. There's like that, like how the Russians do it here.
Oh yeah.
When you see like those truckers that are like the trucking family that like just make it a shit ton of money, but it's because they all live together.
Yeah.
Because they can easily, like, they're used to putting, okay, like, there's 6 or 7 of us in a 2,500 square foot home. You know, it's a super nice house, but hey, we all live in it.
Right.
You know, but like, family eventually moves out, and it's like, yeah, you have, like, you see it so many times, like, one car, like, it's just a grandma and grandpa or whatever, like some older couple or whatever that live in a fucking 3,000, like, I'm not even saying extravagant. I'm saying like a 2,500 square foot. And that's the thing, not even extravagant. Like, what the fuck is extravagance? You go to like other European countries and stuff like that. Like, and I'm not talking like Belarus. I'm not talking shit ones. I'm talking about like first world, Germany, France, Italy, like first world shit. And you look at that, it's like extravagant is what we have. Like this house, you know what I mean? Something this big. Like, that's a big fucking house for the small amount of land that they have over there. And it's like, that's the thing about American consumerism. It's like,
we just want
an entry level home is a fucking 2,000 square foot house.
That's $500,000.
Yeah, it's like, you don't
there
fucking
isn't
need, you
anymore.
know what I mean? Like, it's
now driving around, when I see single level homes, because there's no more single level homes.
I don't think they build them.
They don't. It's all double, 2 stories. So there's no single level homes. So now when I've driven by neighborhoods that are, and when I say single level, like, ours looks like it's 2 levels. I know it's not.
Yeah.
But the way they shape it, right? The way they shape it looks like a very tall house because they have those tall ceilings, all of that. So I'm not saying it has to be double, 2 stories, but there's no, like, our old kucha. Like single, that's what it looks like. And so now when you see it, I'm like, it looks trashy.
Well, and the thing is, like, me and my friend were talking about this. We were talking about the whole, like, being in surplus to 1.8 billion instead of like spending it on fixing shit or building the schools that they say they need to build, the 100,000 schools, 100 schools, and by 2030 and all that stuff because of the population. But then, like, you see these schools being built, like the new ones that you see, like, that are being built, like, they look so fucking modern, right? Like, they look so, and I like. It's just wild to me because, like, you see it and it's like, do you think they could have saved a little bit of money on the actual building of the elementary school that fucking, like, it's an elementary school. I'm not saying like fucking leave it like shit, no air conditioning like Twin Falls High School was. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, like, can't you build it a little bit more simple and save a good amount of money so you can actually have, like, arts still there, because they fucking close all that shit out.
Right.
So you're going to spend money to make it look like a fucking fancy Olive Garden compared to just, okay, like, let's just make a school where we can pay our teachers a good amount to actually properly give them an education, rather than spend money on a school that looks so fucking nice, but
you have no
hey,
one there
you
to
get the
teach them.
shittiest education there is. You know what I mean? That's what I just don't get that.
It's just so like bigger and bigger and bigger, and like you said, it's like, what happens when your family does move out, but you're old now and you can't go up all those steps all the time, and you can't clean it all the time. Like you're like, I don't know, just houses don't really look lived in anymore, and they just look sterile as fuck. A lot of houses that you go into, it's just all cookie cutter farmhouse-esque decor, where it just looks like a
fucking showroom.
Well, to a lot of them, and they all just look very like the same from the outside. It just doesn't look like a lot of houses when you go into it. Just doesn't have that warm like, this is a home. This is a home.
Yeah.
It's just fucking annoying.
Like, I saw like a greenhouse today, like a random, like, it was like green, like the color of it was green. I'm like, that's nice to see, like a color in a house, on a house, I should say.
Right.
Like, it
but
wasn't
the
like
HOA doesn't allow it.
That's what I'm saying.
There's
like,
good and bad with the HOAs. I get it. Like in our old house with that shitty neighbor, remember they didn't do anything ever, and that's why the price of our parents' house decreased in value, was because of all the other shitty houses in that neighborhood. So I understand it helps maintain the value of your home, regardless of the years passing. Unless everything crashes, and obviously your value goes down, but it maintains. So I understand that.
Keeps it relative.
I don't like when so much is enforced to where it's like, dude, I'm paying to fucking live here, and I don't feel like I can live
like
here.
You don't even like
there's some that
you
are
never
extreme.
own your home, especially here. Like, you literally never own your home. Like when we wanted to do the second story thing, you can't do that. It's like it's not like it's fucking like it's all up to code when it comes to the code of building or whatever the fucking structure, and like whatever, it's all up to code. But hey, you can't do it because of it's technically not yours. Oh, but wait, I thought I fucking paid for this. Oh, but when you pay it off, you still have to pay property taxes until you die. You know what I mean? Like, you never really, and then you just have to pay HOA the whole time. Like, it really makes me sad. Like, the people that are selling the place that they have. It fucking saddens me so much. Because it's like, that will become this, and it's like, fucking A.
I think that it will become this anyways.
Not necessarily.
I mean, it will. If other things around you start getting built.
It would, but the thing is, like, it's just sad that you can't fuck them over by saying, like, 20 million and that's it.
No, I get it. It is sad, and there's definitely, like, there's that niceness of, like, there's not a lot of noise, and there's not a lot of neighbors, and there's not any of that shit. So I get that. Like, it definitely is, like, but then I also know, like, eventually, anybody that has a lot of land, I mean, yeah, you can, like, hold out.
Oh, you can hold out.
Of course, but it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I get the circuit, like, I get why, but it's just sad. But it's like, I don't know, it's just crazy. I don't know. And like, when I was speaking about I completely went off topic, but based on the consumerism of, like, it's just like it's so. It's so, this is going to be kind of weird, but it's so easy to live here. At the same time, it's really hard to live here, right? Like, to live here, like, there's hardly any off time, right?
Right.
But the way of life is so easy, right? So, like, if you do make it, and, like, you have, like, you get a house and all that stuff, like, it's hard to get that, but once you're there and all that stuff, like, life is generally easy, right? Because everything is just kind of like, it's very convenient, right? So people create problems, right? Like, you look at someone, you look at like just homeless people in general. Like, their problem isn't like things that I don't want to say, like, don't exist, but, like, their problems isn't like simple shit, right? It's not like it's just simple shit in general, right?
Their problem isn't that Jessica didn't text him back.
Things like that, like that's
like, their problem isn't that their boss wrote an email and it sounded a little bit harsh, or someone ate their lunch out of their fridge, or that they were stuck in traffic for an hour and then missed some sort of appointment. Like, their basic needs are not being met.
Yeah.
Their basic needs. You don't have shelter. That's a normal thing. It's like when mom was talking when she was going through like her health things, and which is true for a lot of people. At that moment, you're like, all I want to do is get better.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a shit about anything else. Like, I don't have to have all this money. I don't have to have all this. I will give all of it back. Like, I will give it all away, and I will live in the smallest little house with just one car if I can just have my health back.
Yeah.
Right? So then you have it back, and then, or whatever it is at the time that you were, struggling with. And then it's like, we tend to forget, and then we take things for granted, and we kind of just fall back into that same like pattern of thinking. Just like when I went to Bosnia 5 years ago or 6 years ago, whatever, and then I realized like, holy shit, living in America is fucking convenient.
Yeah.
Like if I have to take an emergency shit, there's plenty of places I can stop by.
Yeah.
I don't have to buy. I can literally go into a gas station, not even acknowledge that anyone even works there, take a shit for however long I want, and walk out. I don't have to pay for anything, nothing.
Yeah.
There's only some stores that like they don't have bathrooms there, so you avoid that one. But there's 90% of places you could stop,
Yeah.
If I buy something and then I literally have used it, like you can buy this, use it, even if it's been past the 90 days, 3 months, whatever, as long as it's still in stock, you can say, hey, it's not working anymore. I don't remember when I bought it. I don't have my receipt. And I'm like, how'd you pay for it? I don't know. Here's store credit. Bye.
Yep.
And then in Bosnia, like, you don't have that. Like, you don't have
no.
the job security with, like, having to be able to contact employers or the Better Business Bureau or whatever.
Yeah.
You don't have any of that.
Yep.
It's like you can't just go in and use a bathroom without like buying something. You can't even go and use a bathroom at all because like we don't have that.
Yeah.
You're not going to use it.
Yeah. It's just like, it's the same thing. It's like, you
We always create problems because
you always create a problem because you get bored.
Get bored.
Like, before there wasn't like these social problems, right? Like there was obviously like social problems, but like there wasn't as social problems. Like, okay, let's just say like slavery wasn't a thing, right? Let's just say that didn't exist. Like people were just people, right? People accepted everyone for who they were. Life was about like living, right? That's like when you look at it, that's like when times were getting like when a lot of people were getting prosperous and stuff. And I'm not talking about like kings and fucking kingdoms and shit. Like you had people that were like trillionaires technically at the time and stuff like that. But that's like it started getting to the point where now you have certain people that are making wealthy from businesses and stuff. That's kind of like when it kind of started, right? Sadly, but like it's so easy here, and that's why like I feel like that's why we have most what's it called like mental health issues.
Oh yeah.
I feel like our mental health issues are out of the fucking roof here in the States because it's I think it's a big part of just how easy it is here. I really do think that's a big part of it is how easy it is here because like it's like, oh, everything is just kind of given to me, and then it's just like, oh, like it just
there's a lot of like pressure too, like keeping up with the Joneses. Like you have to like, I'm pretty sure there's times where like if you go on Facebook, or I don't know if you're probably not on there a lot, but like there for a while, it's like seeing friends that like go into school with, that you're like,
like you see
holy
people,
shit, like you're like, damn man, like you're living, and then sometimes, and you try not to, but sometimes it's fucking hard not to, being like reflect on your own life, and you're like, dude, you're fucking doing this shit. Like you went and saw this, you visited this, even if it's something as simple like this person just went and saw a concert or some shit. Like it could be something as stupid as that, and you're like, God damn, like I didn't do that, this weekend. So it just starts with simple things, but it's like, I think to a lot of people, it's like I'm working myself to death for bare things, but here's like, my kid going to school and like, I don't need them to be like a brat like every other kid, but it's normal. Like our parents, it's like, dude, you don't want to get your kid a fucking phone, but then it gets to a point where it's like everyone has a phone, and then it's like, you hear from your kid, and then it kind of gives you that mom guilt, like because they don't understand it, and then you don't like, and then you give into it, and so you're constantly just like supplying shit to bring some sort of happiness. And I think a lot of people that are like truly legit happy are the ones that live a minimalistic lifestyle. Like honestly, that could be the people in villages. Like they're constantly like they're living minimalistic things. They just call it living. But like people that just, okay, dude, like now you can't find those like little homes, right? So you're, you know, it has to be something bigger. But it's like, okay, like be realistic. If you're only gonna take your boat out one weekend a year, you don't need the fucking boat. You don't need the boat. You don't need to buy the purchase. You don't need to spend the money to get it ready every winterize it, whatever. You don't need it.
Yep.
You're gonna go camping 3 times a year. You don't need it. Like you don't need to buy it. Like if you really need to, there's places you can literally rent an RV. Yeah. Look at how much it is to rent an RV overall. You know, and then go from there. If it's to rent it and you can rent it in Cascade where you don't have to spend the gas driving. And I get there's convenience and there's all these factors, but it's like living it.
It's true. It's true.
Like
no, because like there's
a lifestyle that you can afford.
YouTuber. His name's Bald and Bankrupt. I don't know if I've talked about him before. I think I have. Where he just like goes to like random like. Oh yeah, I did. I talked about him the other week where he was in Kiev when all this shit was going down. He's like from England and all that stuff. Because he like I said, he goes to like the most like random places, right? He'll just fucking explore random places, and like those are the ones that like what you said, like he's you know when someone's just super approachable, like they're just like you just like you feel like they're like your best friend immediately, right? That's kind of how he is. He's super fucking approachable, like, you know, in his videos and stuff like that, and like people will come up to him, you know, and like he'll go up to fucking a random villager. And I'm talking about like you think like Kotalash is New York City compared to these villages, like in the middle of fucking Belarus and shit, right? And like he'll go up to these people and like just ask them like, how is life here? Like how, you know, like it's so different than England, you know. And because he speaks like really good Russian and stuff, and like he'll have a drink with them and all stuff. And those are the fucking happiest people. Those are the happiest people. They're just like, you know, it's like a random fucking 50-year-old dude and all that stuff. Lives on some fucking some land, some fucking animals and shit. And he lives off of his land and stuff. Happiest fucking people.
Well, I remember we were talking.
The people that like here when they say like live in the sticks and all that stuff, same thing. Yeah, those are the happiest fucking people.
I was telling Mom, or like when we talked about it before, it's like, dude, when we first moved to America, living in that like crappy ass house. Yeah. I'm like, but you had like. We had fun. Like a lot of our things, like a lot of our memories, you're laughing. You spent a lot of time with friends out in parks and you went fishing. But the second that you want to and start acquiring things because you're keeping up with the rest of the world, you're not like trying to like, we're not trying to outprove neighbors. Like we're not that kind of people. But it's like, you just kind of like, you know, acquire more shit. And then it's like, and that stuff fades because now you're like busy working to afford all the things that you have where it's like, I don't know, like you can just make it with. You don't need to have like 100 fucking pants. You don't need to have 100 goddamn shirts. Like you don't need to have gowns that you only wear one day a year. Like get rid of that shit. Like if you don't need it, you don't fucking need it. Yeah, simple as that.
It's true.
Here I am with like 17 totes of Amelia's toys, but.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Then again, it looks a lot because we're literally cramped in one room.
Well, yeah,
I always tell my mom. I always tell Mom, I'm like, dude, everything I own. Besides that bookshelf that's out there, because that's the only thing that's out there that's mine. Yeah. I'm like, is in that bedroom.
Yeah, that's true.
So if you were to take everything I own and everything she has, toy-wise, like really think about it, and you were to, and if it was just me and her moving into a home, even if it was a 900 square foot apartment, okay, I'm just gonna like lowball it. Do you know how empty that would look?
Yeah, that's true.
There would be like nothing there. Yeah. So it's like, it looks like a lot. It looks like clutter when you have one bedroom that you're sharing with your mom and your 5. Like, it's gonna look cluttered because we're both trying to put all of our shit there. But I'm like, she really doesn't have a lot of stuff. Like, I mean, like she does, like sitnica and shit. Yeah. I'm like, but really in the grand scheme of like, if you were to put it in a room,
that's true.
It would fill up a bedroom. Yeah. Like her room would be fine. Yeah. But it still wouldn't be cluttered.
Yeah. That's true.
I can fit more shit in there.
My room's, I'm pretty empty.
But like for real too, if you had a house,
I would have nothing in it.
But that's what I'm saying. If you had a house, this would be in your bedroom. Yeah. This would be in a different room, like an office or something. And then that's it. So it looks like it because you're just we're trying to live a minimalistic lifestyle by putting everything into one.
Yeah, of course.
So there's why we can't buy certain things. There's things where I'm like, oh man, I would love that. I don't have any place to put it. Yeah. So it's like, but that's how people should think about it, anyways. There's that. I went on a rampage.
Yeah, I know it's true, and it's like. The more shit you get, the more.
Good thing with this fucking heater. See how much more into the conversation I am without this heater.
I know. I'm telling you,
I would have been asleep by now.
You would have been passed the fuck out. One other, just this is super quick. One last thing is we do want to give a shout out.
Oh God, Dan.
We do want to give a shout out
to our number one fan.
We have. I think. Not people that we know. Obviously, I don't want to say our like first fan. not to people that we know. Obviously, we know Mom is our number one fan. We have like my friends that listen to this, right? You possibly have someone that listens to this, right? Things like that. But this is the first person that we don't know. Unknown, actual random fan. And we do want to just shout him out just for the support and also to prove to see if he is an actual fan, because this is a test mainly to him.
You should ask.
Because if he doesn't comment on this fucking video saying like, hey, thanks for the shout out, you're blocked. Fuck you, all right?
We don't need your stink
we don't need
money.
your shit, all right?
But if you do reply and you are a fan and you could keep continuing supporting us, that nipple cutout shirt, it's got your name on it, and your name is
Sean Green.
Woo-hoo!
Thank you, Sean Green, for the 2 comments. Yeah, if you comment on this saying that you're legit and all that stuff, and you say thank you for the shout out and stuff like that.
The comment that you made about look like Hitler's offspring filming hiding inside a camper, was that the big you said in the very beginning of the episode?
I think. I don't know. You can't tell when a comment was made. Like, on what part? What do you mean?
No, like, did you make the comment, hey, I look like Hitler's offspring filming hiding inside of a camper?
I don't remember. I don't think so. Because the only Hitler thing that I've ever remember talking about was when I dressed like Hitler.
So I'm just wondering, like, how far into the video he
but
listened.
if he you obviously has time, because, like, you know, we have so many episodes and stuff like that, and you have things to do in your life, which you shouldn't. You should just watch TARS.
Right.
That's all you should do. But if you are legit and all that stuff, yes, you have my red nipple shirt that I wore for the first attrition. The second attrition, technically. Second attrition.
The first one was atrocious.
It was really bad. But no, it's just attrition 2. You have that shirt with your name on it, signed by both of us. But if you're not real and you don't comment, then yeah, fucking.
That shirt's going to Mom.
Shirt's going to Mom. And fuck off. Other than that, yeah, that's it. We kind of went on a rampage today. Rampage.
V-double. Do you have these too?
I do. No, not really. I don't think so.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm so happy I got short hair now. Other than that, life has been better.
Yeah?
Not really. It's just more, it's shit. But other than that, thank you guys so much for joining on episode number 59. One other announcement.
What's the announcement?
Tom Brady's, I guess, back again.
No, he's not.
Remember he retired?
Yeah.
He's back.
Is he really?
He said, I can't sit on the sidelines watching them. I'm back. So he's back. He retired for like 2 months. Now he's back on the Buccaneers. And I do want to say sorry for that Redskins.
Maybe he's gonna go in the front lines too.
Maybe you can go to Ukraine. You can throw the fucking hand grenades far. But other than that, thank you guys so much. Episode 59 is a close. What did I say? See you, retards.
Yeah.
Oh, not retards. See you, retards.
Eu treba pomoć.
That's what.
Bilingual. ¿Cómo es habla el helpo?
TC Hippo. Yeah. It's for my headphones. Can you not hold them? Like, they're gonna fucking snap if you do that. Like, you can hold, yes, like that. See how good that looks? You're flexing the shit out of them. My fucking super expensive fucking flex. It's straight. Look how straight that line is. There's no curvature there.
Look at these. Fuck your curvature. Look, there's some curvature.
Yeah, the fat hanging right here.
There's no fat. Feel that. That's like, look how tight that is now.
It's good. Check mine. Flick it. Yeah, that's.
Look at this though. See that?
Oh, yeah.
You see that little?
You fucking look retarded.
See that little dip?
Yep.
When do I get definition?
I have definition.
But when you get definition,
Okay, I don't have definition.
like where it's like
when you lose your fat, you have to have a low body fat for that.
I'm going to the front lines. I'm coming back.
3 months.